YouTube, what's good YouTube? It's King back in this thing, and if you guys are new to the channel, definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I greatly appreciate all your support. Also, shout out to everyone who watches these videos all the way through, leaves a like and a positive comment. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Shout out to the channel members and the channel supporters, and you guys are all the bomb.com, and I hope everyone is having a great day. And we will be giving our own thoughts and commentary and opinions at the end of the video, so definitely be sure to stay tuned for that. Let's go.
The New York Appeals Court has now rejected former President Donald Trump's request to lift the gag order in his New York criminal case. It appears Trump will have to campaign under Judge Juan Merchan's gag order through the 2024 election. Even though the trial is already over, legal experts claim Merchan's refusal to lift the gag order is a vast overreach of power. Here's what Jonathan Turley wrote. You have a local New York judge effectively limiting what the leading presidential candidate can say in the months leading up to the election. The continuation of the gag order seems untethered from any compelling rationale. Putting aside the questionable value of the continuation of the gag order, in this case, Judge Merchan is ignoring the countervailing cost for the political system. George.
Well, I'm not a New York lawyer. I'm a Texas lawyer, proudly, but there isn't much precedence for.
So you're better.
Exactly.
Such a humble brag.
We're bigger, bigger and better. But no, I would say that there isn't precedence here in New York. Other celebrities that have been under similar gag orders typically have had that gag order lifted by the district judge as the underlying issues are litigated at the appellate level. And I think President Trump will eventually have his court day, whether it's at a higher level or in the federal court system.
How high could it go? Could it go to the U.S. Supreme Court?
If he chooses to appeal that, he can. And, you know, look, I think it only benefits, since this lawfare campaign has occurred throughout the country against the president, it only benefits him. I mean, if you look at the correlation between this legal aspect of what the left is bringing against him, particularly blue progressive DAs, you'll see that his polling has only increased and gotten stronger over time.
Oh, sure.
So, you know, last time I was with you,
fundraising.
and the fundraising. So, I mean, last time I was with you, I remember sharing that it's not like Democrats are asking me for advice, but I would have shut down the lawfare strategy and just focused on issues. But that's what this president is not interested in doing.
That was long before the verdict. So I have to share with the audience, you are hot on this issue. I've never seen you like pound your notes.
I am. Look, the New York Appeals Court, so viewers understand, that's the highest court in New York. So essentially it's their Supreme Court. When you are talking about political speech, core political speech, you get the highest level of scrutiny. A law is considered under strict scrutiny. And for all those, I know it sounds like legalese. The point is, we really look and make sure that laws do not affect political speech. I do not see how anyone can argue that a gag order on a presidential candidate 7 days before a presidential election does not implicate the First Amendment. Donald Trump's lawyer specifically said there's a debate coming up. What happens on the stage when Joe Biden cites Michael Cohen or cites Stormy Daniels?
Well,
I don't know if they'll go there. Trump can't answer. Trump can't answer. How is that good for the American people? This is the highest court in New York, and I find the ruling to be shameful.
Emily, how can that happen at that debate if that comes up? I mean, that's like someone accusing you of murder and you can't say, I didn't do it.
And the thing that is so disheartening as well, to carry your ball a little further about the strict scrutiny, is that think about in the court of law, we talk about this often, when the prejudicial nature, the court balances whether something will prejudice or it has probative value. Essentially, let me weigh whether the damaging impact of this particular issue outweighs whether it helps. And the point is that you always defer to the defendant. You always defer to something that is remediable so that you err on the side of helping the defendant, so that you err on the side of protecting political speech or whatever constitutional right you have at that moment. So here, it really boggles my mind that they wouldn't err on the side of protecting a political candidate, a presidential political candidate's speech, especially because the trial ended. So, look, I'm not the president's attorney, but I would say answer away, Mr. President, and just deal with the consequences after, because the consequences from him speaking as he should on that stage during the debate will have far greater consequences, better for him than acquiescing to this ridiculous gag order.
Kennedy, that Emily's talking about are for the American people. I mean, if they can't hear from the presidential candidate, then how do they vote? I mean, that is the height of election interference.
Yeah. Well, it has been benefiting the former president so far. So, if I were him, I would actually secretly want them to keep
the gag rule in order, or the gag order in
But
place.
he's got to be able to fight back.
Well, of course he should fight back. He should look like he's fighting back, but secretly it's like, hey, man, I would love to tell you guys the truth, but I can't. My lips are sealed by this entire establishment that is trained against me and just wants to squash me and you and your future prosperity. And so I think it's one of the best things that has happened to him. It's one of the remnants of the case. It's the stinky bologna that's been left in the fridge for over an hour, and everyone knows it smells to high heaven. But at this point, it's benefiting him, so let's keep it right where it is.
Hey, everyone.
So that's all for that video. Personally, to me, that is just a strict attack on freedom of speech. Like, and then how it strikes in my mind is, if that's what they'll do to him, what more will they do to us? And then on top of that, you also see that like this whole, everything is tightening down with social media. There's certain things you can't say, certain things you can say. And you just see, where the world is headed, where our country's headed. And it's not a pretty place. It's not a pretty picture. On top of that, if somebody who's for Biden, oh yeah, this is out of this world. This is just great. Somebody who's for Trump, you're irate right now. Like, what the heck? And then the debate comes up and Biden looks like Albert Einstein. Meanwhile, we know Trump to be someone who's very bold, someone who's very outspoken, not outspoken in a bad way, but meaning, okay, he's just going to say exactly what it is. Like, he's just going to say exactly what's going on, which is something I really appreciate about him. And I think that's something that really works in his favor as well. But he really can't even do that at the debate. So it's like, because we all know Trump versus Biden in the debate, Trump will chop Joe Biden up like some hibachi. I'm going to just say it like that. I'm going to just say it. Okay. Like, it's just what it is. But now he can't do that. And the lady in the orange, I'm not sure exactly what her name is, but she made a valid point saying that, Trump could say, hey, I want to answer, but I can't because I got this gag order from the corrupt left. So it's like, I mean, he can come from that angle, but still, I mean, to me, that's really just making the best out of a bad situation, honestly. Still, it's just, what can Biden say, man? And really, all this does is open the door for you to hear more mundane talking points from Biden. Whereas Trump, as much as he would love to go in, he can. Oh, my daughter's awake. But yeah, so there's that. Hey, boo-boo. So yeah, so that's all for this video, you guys. I have things to take care of. But yeah, it's just wild, man. It's really insane. So that's all for this video. Definitely comment down below what you guys think. Definitely, I also want to say I appreciate everyone who leaves a positive comment on these videos, shares these videos, leaves a like, all that stuff, all the above. Shout out to the King Squad. You guys are all thebomb.com. I hope everyone continues to have a great day. And this is really just insane stuff, man. It's really just crazy, and honestly, I'm at a point now where if you can't see the corruption out here, you have to be like you just gotta be freshly born. Even, I almost want to say even Stevie Wonder can see the, let me stop. Can see the corruption that's going on out here. Yeah. Anywho, it just baffles me how people can't see that, the corruption. They can't see the cheating. They can't see that, okay, these people clearly can't just win fair and square. They can't, So that's my own thoughts and opinions. Of course, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's that. Other than that, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Please keep it respectful in the comments. Everyone continue to have a great day. Peace.